Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby and today we're going to be doing another book haul. I know it's only been a few weeks since I've done a book haul, but I have accumulated enough books that I can do another book haul. And I do have some books to share with you that I am very excited about. But before we do jump into the video, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to ShopTagger for sponsoring today's video. You might have heard me mention ShopTagger once before on this channel, and since I have started using ShopTagger since like the end of last year, I've been saving so much money on books. So if you didn't know, ShopTagger is an app or extension on Google Chrome that uses clever tech to ensure that you never miss a price drop or a coupon code on certain items. Go ahead and click the link in my description if you want to download ShopTagger. You can download it on your web browser and on your phone to save as much money as possible. Basically how it works is you go on your computer and you download the browser button on Google Chrome. Then you head over to one of your favorite stores and click the button or slider when you see an item that you'd like to save. You can get notifications via email or mobile push when an item you've saved goes on sale, has a relevant coupon, or comes back in stock. Something I really like about ShopTagger too is that you can create multiple different lists for different items that you have. So for example, I can create a list of all the books that I'd like to save in one spot. I can create a list that has all the different clothing items I'd like to save, even like camera related items. Like you can create different lists for different things, and it's great to have multiple different lists so that you can shop more mindfully instead of just impulse buying all the time, which is what I have a problem with. So when you go to check out at a store, ShopTagger uses clever tech to scan the web for coupon codes and applies them at checkout automatically. This is a special feature if you use ShopTagger on your computer, so the Chrome extension is a must. ShopTagger also just launched a new cash back feature, which is really cool because you can earn cash via PayPal when you shop with select retail partners. So now more than ever, it's really important to get max value for your money. Thank you so much to ShopTagger for sponsoring today's video. Alright, so to start this book haul, I thought I would show you all of the February Book of the Month selections that I was sent. First one is Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. This is actually a book I very recently just read for this random reading vlog I just did, so I will have that linked down below if you missed it. But this one is a contemporary romance type of story that follows this girl, Grace, and she recently just got a PhD in astronomy, and she accidentally married this girl in Vegas who she doesn't know. And then we have The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. This is a book that I'm actually currently reading at the moment. I'm actually doing a whole reading vlog for this book as well because I love Kristen Hanna. This is another like beautiful ass moving historical fiction book that is just stunning. It takes place during the Great Depression in America, and specifically during the Dust Bowl in Texas. It's really beautiful. It's really heartbreaking. I'm loving it so much. And then we have Girl A by Abigail Dean, which this is one of these selections that I'm most excited to read soon because this book is like a thriller mystery type of novel, and it says for readers of Room and Sharp Objects. Like, what the heck? I don't even know. And then we have Infinite Country. Look at how stunning. Look at it. Look, wow. This cover is so freaking beautiful. I love the colors on it. This one, to my understanding, is about what it's like to live undocumented in the United States. It says, it's the story of two countries and one mixed status family for whom every triumph is stitched with regret and every dream pursued bears the weight of a dream deferred. Then we have The Kindest Lie by Nancy Johnson. And this one is another contemporary, almost like literary fiction style of book, I'm pretty sure. It says The Kindest Lie examines the heartbreaking divide between black and white communities. It also talks about the 2008 financial crisis, and it's a debut novel that offers an unflinching view of motherhood in contemporary America and the never-ending quest to achieve the American dream. Oh my gosh, this book sounds stunning. I actually have this audiobook on hold at my library because I'm really hoping to read this one soon. And then next up, HarperCollins and Epic Reads sent On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. They sent it in paperback, which is so cool because I actually already own this book. I own the hardcover Book of the Month edition, and that's the one that I read a few years back, but I really enjoyed this book when I read it, and god, this cover is so stunning. I love how it says that sky's the limit on the top. So cool, and I love the like navy blue cargo because it like matches her pants. I just think it looks so stunning. But because I've already read this book, I'm probably gonna end up passing this copy on to a friend. But like, look at how cool it is. Look at the freaking when you open the flap, it's so cool. I love how behind her there's just a bunch of quotes like about the book. I really appreciate them for sending me this book, and I'm probably gonna pass this on to a friend. And then Penguin Random House sent The Great Gatsby because they're republishing it in this cute little book. It's so like small and tiny, like I could fit this in my purse. And believe it or not, but I've actually never read The Great Gatsby. It was never like an assigned reading for me in high school or anything like that. Like I just never read it. And so when Penguin Random House was offering this, I was like, sure, because I've always wanted to read The Great Gatsby. I just never have. And so I think this will be an interesting one to read. I think I want to read this at some point in the summertime. And it's like super short and so tiny. I just feel like I'll be able to fly through this book no problem. It's only like 150 pages. I would really like to find the audiobook that's narrated by Jake Gyllenhaal, because Jake Gyllenhaal is like my favorite actor and he's narrated the audiobook for The Great Gatsby, but it's only like a specific one. So like the one that's on hold at my library isn't the one that he narrates. So I think I've seen it on Audible, but I think that's the only place I've been able to find the one that Jake Gyllenhaal narrates. I don't know. I'll have to search the internet more. Next up, I got sent this book called Muted from I Read YA on Instagram. And this is the cover. Look at it. Oh my god, it's stunning. This book is like, that's my favorite like color of blue. And also when you pull this off, okay, pink end papers, and then look at how cute this is. Oh my god. There's like a little pink airplane there and there's like clouds. This one says it's perfect for fans of Elizabeth Acevedo and Jason Reynolds, and this one just went on sale February 2nd, but I feel like this is the exact premise of Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. Oh, I just realized too, it says that this is a novel in verse. Oh my god. I didn't even notice that. So all of this is told like in verse. So it's like all like poetry style writing. Okay, no wonder it compared it to Elizabeth Acevedo. Well, that's really cool. But the reason why I said this sounds exactly like Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson is because the premise says Muted is a fearless exploration of the dark side of the music industry, the business of exploitation, and how a girl's dreams can be used against her and what it takes to fight back. So it's about this 17-year-old girl named Denver, and music is everything to her. And then she meets the biggest R&B star in the world, Sean Mercury Ellis, and she kind of finds herself in a really shitty situation. It just sounds exactly like Grown. I guess I'm definitely interested in reading this to see if like how similar they are, but I feel like I just recently read a story that's just like this, so oh my gosh. And then Atria Books recently sent me Good Neighbors by Sarah Langan, and this one just went on sale February 2nd too, so this one just came out very recently. This one is one that I'm really interested in because in the freaking description here it says Good Neighbors blends the emotional core of Celeste Ng's literary page-turners with the unnameable dread that roils beneath Shirley Jackson's most famous works. So for this book to compare itself to Celeste Ng and Shirley Jackson, like I'm definitely interested in this. And I'm curious about this one because this one is like more of just like a contemporary literary fiction type of story, but this author has previously only written horror books. So I'm like really curious to know the vibe of this one. I actually barely just started it, but there's so many characters in this book that I got kind of overwhelmed and I set it aside for now. But I am very excited and very curious to read this one. I just want to know what's going on in this book. And then my amazing friend Jessie over from Bow Ties and Books, you might know their booktube channel because they are a booktuber. They recently sent me Strange Weather by Joe Hill, which like, that is so cool. This was on my Amazon wish list, and so thank you so much to Jessie for sending me this. I am very excited and very curious to read this one because even though I have previously not enjoyed the Joe Hill books that I've tried so far, I am really curious about this one because this one's a collection of short stories. I think there's like four short novels are in this book, and so I'm curious to try them out because Kat over from Paperback Dreams, she highly recommended one of the short stories in here and said it's like one of the creepiest things that she's ever read, and then it really stuck with her. So I'm really curious to read this one. I kind of want to like save this book for maybe another video that I do of like reading some horror books, or maybe I'll include it for like the next summer ween or even weekend ween or whenever we do another one of those readathons, because it just sounds really cool and I think it'd be fun to maybe like read one short story like every day or something. But there's also some really cool like artwork in this book because I've just kind of like flipped through it just to like see, and it is kind of cool that there's like some pictures and like artwork in here and stuff. So I don't know, I'm still really excited to read this. And I feel like sometimes with horror authors specifically, sometimes there will be cases where I prefer their like short fiction books as opposed to their like full-length novels. And then the amazing Tanya over from Rustic Book Reviews sent me 2 books off my Amazon wish list. She sent me If I Disappear, and she sent me The Year of the Witching, which holy shit, these were definitely 2 of my most anticipated releases, like books that I was very, very hyped to read. This one I actually did end up just recently reading in that same reading vlog I was talking about where I read Honey Girl, so I will link that down below if you want to see all my thoughts on this one. But this one is a thriller, and it deals with this main character who goes searching for this true crime podcast host who has gone missing. And then The Year of the Witching is this horror novel that I'm so excited about. I've been really curious about this one ever since I saw it mentioned in like the Goodreads Horror Choice Award category last year, and so I've been really curious to read it ever since then. And also Books and Lala, one of my favorite booktubers, she's really hyped this book up for me because I can't remember if it was her #1 favorite of the horror books last year, but it was definitely up there as like one of her favorite horror books of last year. So I'm really curious. I do have this audiobook on hold at my library at the moment, so I'm probably gonna read this one as soon as I get that audiobook, and I'm just really excited. I just want to know the vibes, you know? And then I also received Shipped by Angie Hockman. I got this one from Gallery Books. This one went on sale in January. I forgot to mention this in my last book haul because my mom had been reading it at the time, and my mom recently read it. She loved it as well. This book is major Unhoneymooners vibes meet The Hating Game vibes. It's just so much fun. It's about like a hate to love romance where these 2 coworkers who work for like a cruise ship company have to go on a cruise together, and it's just a whole lot of fun. It just made me smile a lot. I love this book so much. And then lastly, I forgot to mention a few different books that I purchased for some reason in my last book haul, because I had purchased Heartstopper Volume 2 and Fangirl Volume 1 because Fangirl was turned into like a manga recently, if you didn't hear about that. And so I just forgot to mention that I did actually purchase this book very recently. I don't know why I forget to mention these things in my last book haul. And then same with these 2 romance books. I had recently bought these in December to do that romance reading vlog that I did like forever ago, but I recently bought these 2 books and I've added them to my collection because they're both great. And so yeah, that is all for today's book haul. Please let me know if you're excited about any of these books. I think I'm definitely most excited to get to some of the horror books that are on my TBR because, to be honest, I just haven't been reading a whole lot of horror lately. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and please remember to go and click the link in my description to download Shop Tagger and save some money. We can save some money together, just live our best lives. Thank you so much for watching this video and hanging out with me, and I will see you very soon in a new video. Bye.